what's going on? Welcome in. So obviously today went well above our target. I did not expect to put in a new high of week today. So tonight it's really going to depend. Do we displace over today and Tuesday's high tonight? If we do, then obviously we have a daily order block above that I think can be a target. We're still in the bearish daily fair value gap. However, do we still do still have those 17,338 lows? However, at this point, with a move like this, I'm not so convinced that we take those just because of NQ1 already sweeping those lows. And if you think about it, like that, the NQ1 is the continuous chart, so that's where those stop losses were. So we may not have to. Maybe we come back later for this 338. But as of right now, let's just get right into the charts. So, with that said, this is what I'm going to watch going into tonight. So, right here, this candle that swept the lows down here, which on NQ1, this is the candle that swept. Let me bring up the NQ1 chart actually, just so we can just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. You see, these lows were already swept. We have to turn if we turn B adjust on here, you see these lows. I think I showed you guys this last night, but you see we already swept down here. So was liquidity swept, and now we just go higher. And then the move overnight was obviously we expected some kind of 50% retracement back up. And we got a whole lot more. We got a whole new high of week. So what to watch for? Like last night we obviously wanted this, right? We expected a move down into here, and then we were targeting at least 50% up, and then I personally wanted a move back down off of 50%. Inside of there's a 4 and the fact that we inverse this 4 hour fair value gap here is very very bullish. It's a very bullish sign. It's where we would expect at least to go and take this high, which we obviously did, and now we have closed back over the new day opening gap. Let's see if ES did. I'm pretty sure it did as well. So ES, remember, had the gap here. ES did not. So you see ES a sweep of previous day high, and then a pullback here, kind of like what we're getting here on NQ. So Asia and London, I think, gives us a pretty good idea of what to expect. Any more bullishness above here? I like these relative equal highs here on the hourly, up to 761, and then obviously we still have up here, right? We still have up here at this 4 hour fair value gap. So if we continue bullish overnight and we are displacing higher going into tomorrow morning, 761 and this candle's high right here inside this 4 hour are your next targets up to 1964. So, and then if we get up into here, like if you're a market maker, algo, whatever you believe runs these markets, maybe both buying, selling pressure, whatever it takes. You're looking at this. So like what I'm getting at is like if I'm them, I make everyone bullish again up into here, down, boom, and then we go back down and sweep 730 17,338. That's if these lows matter, and I honestly don't know. Like, I just don't know if the sweep of NQ1 counts or if we need to come back down. But if we are bearish and these lows matter, up here at this 4 hour fair value gap will then send us back down, and then you see we still have the nice buy curve, and then the sell curve takes us back down here, and this is just a huge manipulation leg up. But if we end up inversing this, then obviously we're these highs, and then we have 4 hour equal highs sitting right here, which also line up with that daily fair value gap that turned out to be a breakaway gap. So what I'm getting at is, oh boy, shouldn't have done that. All right, let's go back a little bit here. Delete that. So that's if we, displace. We could absolutely not displace here, just take this high, and then overnight we start breaking structure down, right? But the problem with that is right now we are breaking structure to the upside on the 15 and the hourly chart. We're inversing all this stuff up, right? So you see, we actually closed above here on the hourly. We closed above here, and the thing you have to watch out for is now we have hourly fair value gap here. We have one down here, and then obviously the one we bounced off of here. But there's probably a 4 hour in here now. So yeah, so you see, there's two 4 hours now. So what I'd be watching out for is a potential move down overnight, down to these 4 hours, and then 50% lines up in this lower one, and we could get something like boom, and then higher, and then guess what? That takes us up to the 4 hour, or we just slice through them. If we inverse through both of them, then guess what? We're right back where we were to start today, and then that confirms we just went up, sweep this high, and then we're going back down to those 338 daily relative equal lows. So that's why I'm just saying, like, you have to be careful. Watch out, for any move down. Just don't get like short happy. Don't get call happy here, or long happy, whatever you want to call it. Just wait, because we're at a very 50-50 spot in my opinion, and this is where we have to have the benefit of, we have 15, 16 hourly candles until New York session again, and then we can make a better determination. But I would be potentially looking for longs if we start breaking structure back up. If we come down here, if we keep pumping, then obviously 7661, and this and this 4 hour up here is going to be the next target. So that's going into tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be watching. So today, obviously we expected this, right? We expected this hourly to be tapped and then deliver to us to 50, and then obviously we end up just inversing the entire thing up. So at the end of the day, we just fully expected previous day highs to be the draw. You see, we ended up getting that. We actually caught a nice 5 minute inverse here to that high of day. Let's see if we can find it here. So where was it? That was not high of day. That's why that line is. So this was previous day high, and this was the 5 minute inverse that we took. So what I liked about this trade was we had boom here. We never inversed this 5 minute. And then notice what time this happened, right? This is another important thing. Boom, 3 o'clock right here, right? 3 o'clock, we expect to move down, some kind of manipulation, right? If the 3 o'clock move is down, expect a move the other way after 305, 315, after that manipulation time is over. And look what that did. So this is your 3 o'clock 5 minute candle right here, right? Sends us down. We come up, we don't take a high, and then we hold here. We come down, it sends us down. We hold this 5 minute in discount, right? And then look, boom, right back up to the highs here. And then we take a long position right here on this 5 minute inverse. As soon as we close above, yes, we took a high. So we obviously lessened our risk, and then we caught 50 points. Right up to we entered right here at 507, 508, and we exit our position right up here at 558 level for 50 points going into the end of today. But going back to look at today, very, very, very clean price action, right? If you see here, this was our jobless claims pump. Look here. This is why you guys always need to be watching your 50%. You do not want to short down here, and you do not want to long up here, because of stuff like this. Right here, retail traders, including myself, I mean, like, most people don't understand this 50% right here, and they end up shorting down here, because after like four or five down candles, they're finally convinced we're bearish, and then by time that happens, we're slapping at 50%, and then guess what? Boom. So always got to be drawing them, guys. Always, because I'm gonna show you how many times this worked today. I know most of you know this. This shit works. You just always have to be careful. You can't just be slamming shorts here. But look at this beautiful inverse. I think most people caught this today, coming off 50%, right? We get a 50% retrace. We have nice LR up here. We have nice highs up here. There's so much liquidity here. Failure swing, failure swing, failure swing, failure swing here. 1 minute inverse. You even get the nice retest, and then boom, like 130 points up to the highs up here. But not even considering that, look what happened. Look what happens here. So let's go to the rest of today. Obviously a beautiful 50% here. And there's another really nice one. Where was it? So here you had a nice one. So this is the one. So this was our like 350 manipulation. Going into 330. Look at this. A quick tag of 50%. Boom, right back up to the highs here. Nice equal lows here, sitting for NQ. So far, no displacement, guys, over previous day high. But obviously, Markets have not opened yet. We'll see how they open here. But so there was that 50%, and there was another nice one somewhere. Where is it? There was one right here. Notice how we hit here. We get a 50%. We get another stab of 50%. Stops out the first people that souped it, and then we end up running back up to the highs here, and then there was a few more in here, even to the short side. Just always need to be drawing those guys because they're always going to be draws on price. And remember, if ES takes them too, it could be an SMT, and then we end up pushing higher. But with that, yeah, guys, is watch a potential move down into these 4 hours tonight. If there's any kind of displacement off of these, then we're probably going right back up to the highs, and that confirms 7661 and back up to that 4 hour. If we just show no respect for them, we just push right down. But just goes to show you guys, like, always be looking for 50% and your imbalances and where your and where your order blocks are. So that's mainly it. One more thing I want to look at is, so where's that first 4 hour fair value gap line up? So the first 4 hour fair value gap lines up here, right? So let's just look at this. So here's our fair value gap. Where's our daily order block lineup now? So look at this. Our daily order block lines up nicely with that first 4 hours. So I'm looking maybe for a tap in here, and then remember, it's a daily order block showing us a change in the state of delivery on the hourly, and then maybe a potential long off of there, and then you have the higher time frame on your side with the 4 hour. And this, just got to be careful, because same thing as yesterday, a lot of people wanted to short because, oh, we're going down. Look at all these look at all these all these hourly candles, but here we had displacement lower. See how, like, we had displacement lower here? Now we need that displacement higher to tell us, okay, now we need to look at the next liquidity point, and boom, right here, 7661 displacement over this shows us the market does not want to reverse there. Oh, hey, we got a small hourly here up to 803, and then potentially up to that here if we displace over that. Notice it all comes back to displacement. So with that, hope you guys have a great evening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.